It might actually end up costing you money just to sell your clothes. Today's video is going to be quite a bit different from my usual videos, but it's something that I experienced and that I wanted to share because I also had questions about it when I was doing it. I'm going to answer most of the questions that I had about Depop when I first started, all in this video, so that it can hopefully help you guys out. Earlier this year, I completely redid my room, and you guys can see that video here. And before I started redoing my room, I went through all my clothes and stuff, and I was like wanting to sell it. Get a dog, they said. So I totally went through my clothes and I wanted to try out Depop. I felt that it would be a good learning experience just to like know how it works and how to do it. So that's what I did. I didn't know anything. I never even used the app before. So that shows you. First things first, is Depop worth it? So the follow-up question I would say to ask yourself is, am I trying to sell my clothes just to get rid of my clothes and get some extra cash? Or am I actually looking to sell my clothes as like a side hustle job? I personally don't think that selling your clothes on Depop just for like a little extra cash is worth it, and I'll explain why. But if you're going to try to sell clothes on Depop as an actual side hustle, if you are someone who likes to go thrifting and you like shopping and you like finding those little gems of clothing, then maybe selling on Depop would be actually worth it. Finding like a weird $2 shirt at a thrift store, cutting it, styling it, and modeling the clothes, I'm pretty sure there's probably someone gonna buy it for like $10, you know? After asking yourself that question, you either stop yourself there because it might actually end up costing you money just to sell your clothes, which is kind of what happened to me. Or you dedicate yourself to it and you just go, you know, all in.
Wayne, I'm out of here. Bye-bye.
These are some things that I didn't know going into Depop. So before you take your photos, be aware that the photo that you can upload is only a square. I didn't know that. I don't know if that's like really dumb of me not to know, but I didn't know that. So if you didn't know, well now you know. And you can only upload 3 photos. So just keep that in mind when you're taking your photos. You can take pictures of it, just like the shirt, but if you model the clothes, the people will be able to see what you actually look like in it, or what it looks like on someone. And I think that that is something to keep in mind when you are posting for those. For shipping, you can do packaging that you could buy, just plain packaging, but on Amazon there's some really cool packaging for pretty cheap. So I ended up just getting like this teal color packaging. I think it was pretty fine. I mean, it's cheap, but like it's fine. Then I ended up throwing in a bunch of stickers with the articles of clothing that were sold, and I would have like a little note that I would write and put it in there with it. For when you're shipping out the package, I did it through Depop because it was just easier. It literally just shows it to you and you can just print it out like from your phone through the app. I think that was the only way to do it because I think I tried to do it online and it didn't work, but don't quote me on that. When I didn't do it through Depop, it was like I had to take extra steps. When you're coming up with a price for the clothing, you want to keep into consideration that there is shipping, and then Depop takes a fee because you're using their app. And if you do the shipping through Depop, I think they take a little bit more. So if you're gonna sell a shirt for like, if you have a shirt and you're like, oh, this is like maybe $3, just know you're probably gonna spend like $2 or $3 sending it, so you're gonna be minus money. And that's exactly what happened to me. Just make sure your pricing is worth what you're selling it for. If you're planning to clear out your closet and just sell the clothes out of your closet that you don't want anymore, if they're not like trending, they don't do that well. There are very specific trends that people on Depop are looking for, and if it doesn't hit, then it probably won't be sold, but that's okay. If there are any damages on the clothing, make sure to take a photo of that and make sure to put it in the description, or just let the buyer know that there are damages. They will appreciate that more than they would if they got it and didn't know that there was damage on it. How do you know if someone buys an item? At the top of the app, there's like a little receipts, and then it shows you who purchased your item, and then you can contact them, and then I think it's pretty self-explanatory. And when you are going to ship your item, I always put in a little note, which is kind of important, but I hate doing it, is asking them to leave a review. It actually helps a lot, because otherwise no one's gonna leave a review, and then like, are you even trustworthy? Who knows, is this even legit? So if you could just like write a little reminder like, hey, if you could leave a review, it helps so much. It actually does help, because I didn't do it for the longest time, and I'm like, dang, like I have no reviews, like I don't want to have to ask, but that's how it works. That's how it's done. That's how people know. That's how people are reminded, you know? I really hope that I answered some of your questions in this video, or this video can be helpful for somebody else, because I know that I was looking all over the internet about videos about Depop and if it's worth it or not and how to go about doing it. So I really hope that this video helped you guys out, and if it did, if you guys could leave a like, it would help out a lot. I hate asking for it, but it helps. If you guys have any more questions, please let me know down below and hopefully I can answer them. And if you guys have anything that you want to add to this video, go ahead and comment down below and help someone else out if they have that same question. Check out my channel, and if you guys like my channel, feel free to subscribe. I mean, it doesn't, you know, it's free. And it's me. And that's the end of, ooh. Alright. Later, haters. Or lovers. I really hope I answered all the questions that I wanted to in this video.